C. I like it in this case. And then relative to the bongo, the greater kudu, the lighter tannish color, they're all females because they don't have any horns on top of their heads. Well, it looks like our luck has been extremely good so far. What does everyone think? Woo! Yeah. All right, let's see here. We have 3 roads to pick from, so I'm going to pick this way. This way is going to lead us to the Sabi River. Look at the Sabi River. It's one of the largest mammals in the world. Does anybody know what that mammal is called? It is a Nile hippopotamus, considered one of the most dangerous animals in the world from how extremely territorial they are. They can weigh up to 5,500 pounds each, and their cats at birth can weigh up to 85 pounds each. Talk about a big baby. To the right side, there's a Nile hippopotamus on the bank. This is very rare for this hippo to be out of the water. This is because during the daytime, they will mostly sleep underwater, naturally come in for breaths about every 8 minutes or so. And at nighttime, that's when they'll travel miles and miles to go feed.
I didn't get you, don't worry.
To the left on the island, that large white bird is called the pink-backed pelican. Now you may be wondering, hey Tristan, why is it called a pink-back and it's not even pink? Well, it's because under its wings on its scales are pink during mating season, and their wingspan averages about 6 to 9 feet long. In their diet, mainly consists of fish, so pretty typical for a species of pelican. Look at that hippo down there.
You see the hippo?
So you're just standing, sleeping up. Or sleeping, standing up. Where's a little mix up? Alright, let's look to our left. Look at another hippo down there. A group of hippos is called a bloat. Look at that beautiful waterfall. Ooh, look to the left, beautiful now crocodiles. Ooh, they have a bite force of 2,000 pounds per square inch. With that, they can crush the bones of their prey. Weight limit 4 tons. And the shark weighs 15 tons. We should be okay, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, I take that back. Oh, this turn does not sound good. Oh, I hope we make it. Those crocodiles typically can 20 feet long, and they are not a big jump rate. 3 times, 3 times, we're gonna make it, and we made it. Shoot, that's close to a Tina wild crocodile. They're the largest species of crocodile in the world. You may have seen some with their mouths open. It's actually the way to cool down since they are cold-blooded and we are warm-blooded. Well, it looks like the trees are starting to disappear up ahead, which means that we're going to be exiting the forest and soon to be entering the savannah. The savannah is the largest part on the Harambe Bay Wildlife Reserve, and most of the mammals in Africa call some to the savannah, including the giraffe. But before we go on the savannah, let's look to the right and say hi to the baobab tree. Is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Hi, baobab tree! Many locals refer to this tree as the upside down tree, as it looks like the roots are sticking straight up towards the sky, but in fact, it is its branches. We have now reached the savannah overlook part of our journey. In my opinion, it's one of the best views on the Harambe Bay Wildlife Reserve. As you can see, a large amount of the savannah. Let's go and take a closer view. Here on Kilimanjaro Safaris, we follow the message of what you see with your eyes, you value with your hearts. Very important message to follow by is all animals are beautiful and equal to each other in the big circle of life. To the right side, not hard to miss at all, the tallest animal in the world, the Maasai giraffe. Fully grown, the giraffe is 18 to 20 feet tall. Their babies at birth, they can reach at the height of 6 feet tall straight out of the womb. And they also learn to walk in the first hour of them being born. Up on those animal spotting guys, there's a picture of a reticulated giraffe. The ones over there are Maasai. You can tell the difference by their patterns. Reticulated have more defined patterns, Maasai more irregular patterns. The reticulated are more common around these parts, and the Maasai, they're more irregular around these parts, or less common. So, very cool that we got to see those right there, or have a chance. To the right side of the animal with the large white horns is called the Ankole cow or Ankole cattle of many. You may think those horns are extremely heavy from how large they look, but they actually don't weigh more than 5 pounds each. Who look to the left by the cave? African wild dogs. These are not like your dogs at home now. These are one of the most successful hunters in Africa. Even more successful than cheetahs and lions combined. Their average hunting success rate is 80 to 90%. They are so good, they will just chase their prey down to exhaustion so their prey can't run anymore. Just hanging out over there, having some fun. Going to the left side, a giraffe, and that antelope over there, the darker species antelope, called the sable antelope. They are the symbol of the Harambe Bay Wildlife Reserve. As they continue to grow older, color continue to grow darker. And they typically live around 17 to 18 years old. Going back to the Ankole though, to the Maasai tribe, they are a symbol of wealth. The more equally that you have, the wealthier you are seen, making them the only domesticated animal on the reserve. We can see our partners past some termite mounds here. Look at the ones to the left. It's at least 20 feet tall. The termites will build these mounds themselves and use their own dung, saliva, dirt, sand, basically whatever they find around them. And when it bakes in the hot African sun, it gets to be as hard as concrete. And many animals such as elephants will even use them as scratching posts. And many smaller antelopes such as springbok will get on top and then take a snooze. To the left side there's a baby giraffe right there. So they're doing what they do best, eating. Giraffes will eat about 19 to 22 hours out of the day. And they will only sleep 30 minutes per day. And you will often see them sleeping standing up. That's because it requires no muscles for them to stand up. It requires many muscles for them to lay down. Look at that large tongue on the giraffe. Giraffe's tongues are 18 inches long to be exact. To the right side, that smaller antelope with the white tummy. They're called the springbok. They can jump 6 feet straight up in the air when trying to excited, and they can leap 13 feet forward while running. They're also one of the fastest animals in the world. They can reach at the speeds of 50 to 60 miles an hour. So they're a definitely contender for the cheetah. To the right side, coming up, the grayish animal is called the white-bearded wildebeest. They're one of the most highly densilated animals in the world, right behind humans. And upwards of 1 million they will migrate per year. They can also travel up to 1,000 miles at a time. And most of their babies will be born during the nighttime. That's because the darkness will act as cover for them. And they have a great defensive mechanism. You'll see a bunch of them sleeping. It looks like they're sleeping. The ones in the middle will be sleeping. The ones on the outside will act like they're sleeping. They'll actually be on alert for a big cat predator, since most of them will be coming out during the nighttime. You know, they see one, they're like, oh, there's one right there. Alert all the other wildebeest and all the other animals around, so they don't get captured. Ooh, look at this big tree knocked down ahead. It must be those elephants. The elephants will knock down through anything they possibly can to find their food, and they will. Elephants typically eat around 300 pounds of food per day. Male elephants can weigh up to 14,000 pounds, and the females can weigh a little above half that. Alright, everyone keep an eye out. We are entering elephant country now. A great way to help elephants out is by recycling your old electronics. This is because many of the materials found in electronics are the same materials found in their environments. So often their homes are being destroyed just for our cell phones, laptops, etc. And this is not fair to them all because it's their environment. So by recycling your old electronics, they'll save their homes so they have a place to live in. Well, I didn't see any elephants over there, but I think I know this road to the right. I'll get us deeper into elephant country. Oh no, the road's closed. Oh, looks like we're going to take a long way around. It's going to have 2 days on our adventure though, so everyone get comfortable. We're going to spend 2 weeks and 2 days together. Whoop, whoop. Oh, look at this old rickety bridge. Well, that truck passed, so we should be okay, right? Yeah, we'll be just all right. We'll see if this bridge can handle the 30,000-pound truck. It's like 3 female elephants or 2 male elephants. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, this bridge does not sound good. Ooh, everyone lean left. And then right. And then left. And then right. It looks like we're doing the wave. Oh, I think we're going to make it, and we made it to one day! Oh, that was a lot of fun. Another close one as well. Well, I can see we're starting to pass the right places now. We're on the left and the right, and the right and the left. And look to the right. Very large dust marks to the right like this. Good sign elephants are nearby. The elephants will eat the clay from the right places so they gain nutrients that they don't get from their normal diets. Our conservation teams learned that elephants are scared of bees. And since the elephants will eat and destroy basically anything they come across, they will often come across farmers' crops and eat and destroy them. There's an elephant to the left over there off in the distance. And this is not safe for the elephants, and it's not good for the farmers as they're losing their crops. So the conservation teams built beehive fences around farmers' crops in Kenya, and by doing so, it helps keep the elephants more safe, and it'll also help keep the farmers' crops more safe. So it's a win-win situation. And it'll also promote honey for the farmers, so it's a triple win at this point. Let's continue on. think I can see now the going on the watering hole to the left side. And we are coming up on everyone's favorite island, Flamingo Island. To the left, you can see the greater flamingos. They're the lightest king color species of all the flamingo, and like it is, it's just the largest species flamingo. Alright, is everyone ready for some Disney secret magic? If you look at the island, it's shaped like a Mickey. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and in the flamboyance, you may be wondering how they get their color on their skin. Well, it is from the brine shrimp that they eat. It contains beta-carotene in this campaign. Did you know the same thing will happen to us if you eat a shrimp will turn pink? And same thing will happen to us if you eat carrots will turn orange. It's a little fun experiment to try at home if you like. Ooh, I can see some mud pits off to the left side. And look what's by the mud pits, a bontabak. They're completely extinct in the wild, and they only found a reserve such as this one. So those mud pits, it's a great sign white rhinoceros are in the area. That's because they love to make a roll around these mud pits because they have extremely sensitive skin, and by doing so, it'll act as sunscreen for them. Keep them cool them off in the hot summertime. Now you may be thinking the difference between the black and the white rhino is their shade of color. It's actually not at all, it's the shape of their mouth. The black rhino that has more of a pointy mouth, the white rhino more of a horizontal mouth. The white rhinoceros was almost got that mixed up. Was originally called the white rhinoceros. White is Afrikaans for wide mouth. It was just mispronounced so much, it became white rhinoceros. In the white rhino, they weigh heavier than the black rhino, weighing about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds on average. You see that bontabak to the left side? I think we're entering big cat territory now. Everyone keep an eye out. And look to the left, the cheetah laying down. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals in the world. They can reach with the speeds of 70 miles an hour. Although they can only do it in short distances. That's because their bodies will overheat. They're also the only daytime big cat hunter in Africa, and they will often hunt alone. We can see a group of white rhinos coming very close to the truck, soon to our right, our left side. A group of rhinos is called a crash. It's because they can't see more than 10 feet in front of them, so they run around crazy. They're going to crash eventually. These rhinos on the left side. I can see the Kobe rocks coming up. They're going to be on the left side. They're also known as Pride Rock and the Lion King. And to the left, you can see the Kobe rocks. The lions will get on top of these rocks so they can get a high vantage point as they can search the savanna for their prey. Lions will typically rest around 16 to 20 hours per day, so they are very good at sleeping. For that, they're not really good at hunting. Their average hunting success rate is 10%. To the left side, there's a male lion. You can tell it's a male because it has a mane. The females do not have manes. The group of lions is called a pride, and in the pride, the females do most of the hunting while the males stay behind, protect the land and their cubs. There's a female right there as well to the left side. During the daytime, their vision is about the same as ours, but at nighttime, their vision gets 6 times sharper than ours. And their paws are huge, and they have incredible grip. They can climb those rocks in about 2 to 3 seconds. There's another female down there. 2 females, 1 male total now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, look at the other ones. Yeah.
See, they're very good at sleeping. And Simba's a Swahili phrase and it means lion. And speaking of Simba, I can see the same animal, or I can at least see where they hang out at. That's right, Pumbaa from the Lion King. Warthogs, because they're sleeping in their burrows right now. Warthogs are the largest bird animals in Africa. If you look all the way near the back left, there are warthogs back there. A little hard to see, you have to kind of break your necks for it, but they're the largest bird animals in Africa, and they're relative domesticated pigs. Ooh, coming up to the right side, look at that, ostrich eggs. Each one of those eggs can weigh up to 3 pounds. Equally the same volume as 24 chicken eggs. And those eggs are so strong, us humans could stand on them and they will not crack or break. And speaking of the ostrich, largest species of bird in the world, they can reach up to heights of 9 feet tall, and they are also one of the only birds that cannot fly. They will use their wings to steer while running. Uh-oh, another bridge. Alright everyone, hang on. At least this bridge looks a little bit more sturdy and smaller, so we should be okay, right? Oh, here we go. And third luck's a charm. I think we're gonna make it in. Almost there, and we made it. 20! As we exit the savannah, we head back into the forest, and this forest is called Magadi Glen. Coming up to the left side, very rare animal sighting, scimitar horn oryx. They will not sweat until their internal body temperature reaches 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And they can go up to 9 months out of the year without drinking water. That's because of the vegetation that they eat, it's enough moisture to allow them to do so. Alright, my friends, here we go. Many of the animals that we saw in the reserve are extremely endangered, and they use any of the help they possibly can. You can help by donating to the Disney Conservation Fund at any retail location here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Disney will match every donation amount that you make, and it all goes towards conservation and helping those animals out. Even if you can't or don't donate, that's okay as well, because you can support ours in your daily life. Recycling and reusing is another great way to help those animals out immensely. Well, great news everyone, there's a pool of water coming up ahead and we're going to go make a splash. So everyone get your postures down and get ready to duck. Here we go. And duck, 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 duck. Beautiful nature there. Well, I can hear the music from their hobby village off in the distance, which sadly means their journey is coming to an end here shortly. Again, my name is Tristan, and I had an amazing time taking care of everyone on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve for the past 2 weeks. Did everyone have a good time? Woo! Asante Sana, that is great to hear. Well, I want to take